Hey guys, it's Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for the week of November 18th, and we're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by the Comic Book Store, 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey, 08028. Come buy some comics.
Hey guys, Tim from Capes and Scowls. Let's talk about trades. I don't know why I'm trades.
That was like,
I always do the same thing.
I know, but it was so weird that like you had no energy whatsoever, and then all of a sudden, it was like,
because I love talking about trades. I guess. All right, The Ludocrats, Volume 1. I believe this is a one and done. I could be wrong. But some good people worked on this book. We got Cable, Jerry Dugan. Love him. Cable. 20XX. We reviewed issue 1 and maybe 2 of this. This was a pretty cool book from Jonathan Luna. We've got Criminal Macabre, The Big Bleed Out. Steve Niles, so horror. Steve Niles. Hellions, you like Hellions, right?
It wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad. Hellions. We've got volume 13 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Isn't that awesome? Makes me happy. The Book Tour. I don't know anything about this, but it's about a book tour. It was an official selection of the Angoliami International Comics Festival. Yeah, that one. We got Superman Action Comics Leviathan Hunt. This is volume 3. We've got The Flash Rogue's Reign, which is volume 13. That also makes my heart happy. Although these are twice a month, so less happy. But The Flash, volume 13. We also have year 1 of The Flash in its own volume. We have Plunge, part of the Hill House books. We have Three Jokers, which I've reviewed, and you know I dug. I was surprised how much I like that. We got Wolverine Volume 1. I reviewed issue 1 of that. And did you keep going with this? A little bit, right?
Couple issues.
It's pretty cool. This one has Omega Red in it. Everybody loves him. Then I've got... Oh, man. It's heavy, Paul. You can kill a man with this. The Streets of Paris, Streets of Murder. The complete graphic noir of Manchette and Tardy. Brutal 1-2 punch of savage noir thrillers. Who doesn't love that? It's just a bunch of noir guys just being like, noir. But yeah, it could hurt somebody with this thing. Jesus.
First up, it is X of Swords, X-Force. Things are just going from bad to worse. There's really not a lot to say. I mean, it's becoming more and more apparent to everyone that Saturnine is basically just screwing with everybody. She definitely just doesn't even care about the eventual fight between Earth, Krakoa, and Arakko. This is literally just for her own amusement, and the death toll is starting to pop up. And these people, when they die, of course, they're done. They're like done. So when they are reborn through the pits, they're not going to be the same person. So it's interesting to see how these casualties are going to be picked up in future issues. Check it out.
All right, first up we have a Dark Interlude from Vault Comics. This is issue number 1. It's sort of kind of a sequel. Ryan O'Sullivan did Fearscape, and I didn't read Fearscape, sorry Ryan, but I read other stuff you did, like Coyotes and a couple other books. Saints, I think, was you. Pretty sure. Yeah, Saints was you. Saints was fun. But I didn't read Fearscape, so I didn't even know this was a sequel, and kind of figured it out as I went along. This is a strange book. I don't think you need the first one to pick it up, but maybe you'd benefit, because I was a little lost, but, you know, I still enjoyed myself, that being said. It's a very strange universe where the Fearscape is where all your fears live, and there's a storyteller and a muse, and it's very high fantasy kind of stuff happening, but it's also demons, but it's just so strange. It's very, very well done. Ryan O'Sullivan's a smart dude. He definitely drew out this big, crazy plan for these books, so I'm curious to see where it goes. I question if you need to read Fearscape first, but maybe you don't. I don't know. I still enjoyed it. It was good.
Next up, we have Hellions issue number 6. More X of Swords. This was the side mission. The Hellions were supposed to stop things before they started. And of course, I mean, we know it's like 15 or it's almost 18 issues in, and they're still kind of like wandering Araco. And then you find out that the reason there is a far more sinister, pun intended, issue, and things go very, very bad for them. This is going to set up a very interesting conflict that is going to go on after X of Swords. So while this has the least to do with what is going on with the actual tournament, this probably has one of the more important things to do with what's going to be happening to the X-Men in the future, because a lot of bad things are going to be coming down the pipeline, and they're all because of this issue.
Next up, we have Symbiote Spider-Man, issue 1. Because why not? It's Peter David with the writing and Greg Land doing the arting, and basically takes place around the time that Peter Parker gets his black suit initially. And there is some wild stuff happening in this one. Goodness. The Watcher gets abducted. Kang shows up, because Kang, as you do. This is going to tie into King in Black. So, Kang saw the future, and he's like, I ain't good. Let me fix it. So he tries a bunch of ways to fix it, and nothing gets better. Meanwhile, Peter Parker is battling the Spider Slayer, Alistair Smythe, and just so much bizarre kind of things happen here. It's a lot. I mean, look at the cover. All these people are involved. I do like when Greg Land draws Kang. I feel like when he draws Kang, he really loves it. You know, he's just having a good time. He's like, I'm just gonna Kang it up a little bit here. I'm just saying, that is a happy Kang.
It is.
It's a very happy Kang. Good job, Mr. Land. But yeah, it's an interesting Spidey story, and I don't know how important it is to the King in Black thing overall, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty fun. So I would read another issue of this and then kind of make a judgment call. But yeah, the Watcher, man, who knew?
We have X of Swords. We have Cable, issue number 6. Again, people are dying. People are dying. This is Cable. While this is a Cable heavy issue, the one thing I do like about the X of Swords series is they don't really have a ton to do with the individual characters as they do the overall story. So while there does seem to be some sort of focus on whatever book is on there, it's still telling a more coherent story. And because of that, we have some of this being a Cable story, but then also more of it being the actual tournament. And we start to see more of the, or less of the trickery of what is going on, and more of a straight bloodbath and people dying. And of course, X-Men losing some of the ranks. So, not a huge fan of Cable, or the art style, but this is a pretty interesting issue to pick up.
All right, Paul, it's time for my pick of the week. Do you know what it is? No. You never do. You
don't tell me what it is. You always do this. You do this every single week. Where it's like, you know what it is? It's like, you never tell me.
Well, they'd be worried if I didn't do it.
Okay, fine.
Continuity.
What
and all.
is it?
Don't rush me. They're very concerned if I don't. Do you know what it is, Paul?
I have no idea.
No, you don't. It's Sea of Sorrows from IDW.
Okay.
It's a cool book. This book takes place in 1926, and you're dealing with a crew that has discovered some German gold in the Atlantic, and they're like, there shouldn't be any over there. And there's a downed submarine, and they're trying to find it, essentially. What they find is quite much more terrifying. This book is... It's wild, man. It's got some great art. It's got like a dark palette. A lot of new people to comics. A lot of people you may not know. So Rich, oh boy, sorry. Doak, Duke, the Duke, Alex Cormack, Justin Birch, Mark Mullaney, Bobby Curnow, Valeria Lopez, all kinds of cool people. Basically, you go in the water. Things are terrible in the water. Everybody hates each other. This was a really cool story. I actually really dug it. And, yeah, I want to see if it goes kind of more gross or if it just kind of calms down. I feel like this is like a lot of setup. We're going to get a little bit of a calm moment, and then things will just go straight to hell. And I can't wait for that. That's so much fun. This is cool. Check it out.
And my pick of the week, it's Once in the Future, issue number 13, because I love this book. Book is absolutely amazing. It's the start of a new arc. Gran is just kind of sitting to herself and gets an omen and has to reunite with her grandson and Rose and find out what the new threat is going to be, as we've gotten rid of the old threat, which was Grendel and his mother, and where this fits in and the overall storyline, as well as what it fits into which part of which Arthurian legend or even British legend in general comes through. The art is spectacular in these issues. Dan Moore does an amazing job, and Kieran Gillen has been writing a beautiful story that just keeps on going. So if you haven't picked this up yet, you should definitely pick up the first two trades. They're both in. This is the first issue of the new arc, so you can grab the first two trades and then grab this one, and you're not missing anything. But art is beautiful, storytelling is awesome, and the Gran is still one of my favorite characters in comics. You should grab it.
All right, that's it. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Not a ton to promote, except Paul and Team Ashen are having their 2-year anniversary on Twitch this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you check in, it'll be this big 12-hour-long stream at least, and I'm sure they'll just be drunk, and it'll be great, right? Drunk?
Yeah, lots of alcohol.
Lots
but
of
also
alcohol. Giveaways? I'll give away my heart. Who wants it? Anybody?
I'm going to be there.
I'd still give it away. I'm not going to be there. Please note that. I'll be here. Come visit me here. And then go tune into that. But, yeah. Giveaways. I'll give away something cool. Like this buff Riddler, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
That seems like a lot to ship.
You don't want me to...
As much as I would give that
So
away,
what if you cut it up into pieces and send some glue?
Kind of...
Yeah.
It kind of defeats the purpose.
Why is the Riddler so buff?
I don't know why he's so buff.
Good for him. That's why he's smiling. He's like, beat your ass, too. That's great. Anyways, yeah. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Twitch. Watch Paul do all kinds of stuff. What are you going to start with? Gaming?
Yeah, probably going to be a lot of gaming.
A lot of gaming? Watch you do the whole murder game?
Maybe.
Or that party game?
Yeah,
where you blow people out the airlock or whatever?
Yeah.
See, I'm hip. The kids, I know. I know what they love. They love it.
Among Us is pretty good.
Sure. Is that what that game's called?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. Can we end now?
Whenever you turn it off, I'm just going to keep pandering.
Please stop.
Oh, well, you should have already been up and over here. But now I'm still going. You could edit it out, but they'll know. Oh, now you're knocking stuff over. It's terrible. He's intimidated by the buff Riddler.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.